Live and on your side, you're watching WBRC Fox 6 News at noon.
Welcome back in. 12:30 now. There are new calls for the leadership on the Birmingham Waterworks Board to step down. And if that doesn't happen, some people are threatening to take action, like Representative John Rogers. He voiced his concerns at yesterday's meeting. Rogers wants more minority contracts and fears the city of Birmingham is losing control over the utility service. The board maintains it provides minority contracts for work with the utility. Rogers says if his demands aren't met, there will be a protest blocking the payment center on Monday. So in other words, make sure you don't plan to pay a last-minute bill there on Monday. Get your bills paid. Police in Brighton trying to figure out how a decomposed body ended up in an abandoned house. Officers found the body at the house on Main Street after a neighbor smelled a bad odor and called police. They say the body is too decomposed to determine if foul play was involved. A man accused of murdering a woman in Dallas County is out of jail because he has cancer. A judge let him go. The county says it couldn't afford to keep footing the bill for James Harrod's costly medical treatments while he was behind bars. Harrod is accused of running over Crystal Johnson, that woman you see there, and killing her. Johnson's family is outraged that he is no longer in jail.
They're talking about $200,000 his treatment. What about how much is her life worth? How much is that worth? He's sick. I'm sick and tired.
What you do is you speed the case up and try it. That's what you do. You just don't release the guy.
Harrod is only allowed to go to the doctor's office and church. He also must file paperwork each month verifying that he is getting treatment. The father of one of the men accused in that deadly nightclub shooting in Cincinnati is speaking out now. Cornell Beckley and DeAndre Davis, they both face murder charges. Davis was shot in the torso during the incident and remains in critical condition. His father, Jackie Davis, says police have it all wrong, and police haven't even talked to his son yet. His father says he only found out about the arrest from watching the news conference.
To see my son come up there it's just mind-blowing. I mean, my son came across the TV and it just blew my mind. No, there is no way my son can do this.
So you don't believe
I don't believe he did this.
One person died in that shooting. 16 other people were injured. Well, the NCAA plans to review a deal to roll back North Carolina's bathroom bill before it decides to bring championship games back to the state. North Carolina's Governor Roy Cooper, he signed the new measure into law yesterday, but the new bill is still receiving backlash from the LGBTQ community. Some say the language of the law still denies them protection from discrimination. The original law mandated people use the bathroom that corresponds with their birth gender and not the gender which they identify with. The NCAA president says the board will discuss the new measure over the next few days. Well, it looks like guns will not be allowed at Arkansas football games after all. State lawmakers there voted yes on a bill exempting sporting events from a new concealed carry law in the state. Last week, the governor of Arkansas signed a bill allowing people to take guns into public buildings, including college football stadiums. Both the SEC and the Sun Belt Conference asked for exemptions after the governor signed the original legislation. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey issued a statement on Tuesday specifying that he wants stadiums to be gun-free. What prompted a reported sighting of Tad Cummins and Elizabeth Thomas? Well, that sighting turned out to be false. But apparently, someone mistook an innocent man and his daughter for Cummins and Thomas. As you know, Cummins and Thomas are at the center of a nationwide Amber Alert. Now, that innocent man, David Stamps, he had just picked up his daughter in Collierville, Tennessee, and driven her to the doctor when this happened.
While I was in there, I got Facebook messages that my van was on this Amber Alert thing. When I went out there, though, I found that the van surrounded by the police.
Well, police quickly cleared Stamps of that, but they arrested him anyway on a warrant for hitting a mailbox last year. A warrant he says he knew nothing about. Alabama drivers are some of the worst when it comes to distracted driving, and that's according to a new report from an app called Life 360 that monitors driving safety. It ranks Alabama as number 3 for cell phone use while behind the wheel. We are just behind Mississippi and Louisiana. The study shows people on average use their phone 2.3 times per drive. Isn't that wild? All right, a little distraction with some beautiful weather this weekend. And Jill, I can see it behind you. That looks awesome.
It is a fantastic view from the fire tower up in Hamilton, our Sky Vision camera. And you can see those trees continue to flower. So it looks beautiful, but maybe not reacting on the pretty side for you with the allergies kicking up, and the wind's not going to help in that department today. 66 right now. We've got dry air, west wind at 10 miles per hour up in Hamilton. Lower 60s off to the north, mid 60s as you head towards I-22 or I-20, excuse me, and then upper 60s, low 70s as you head south of I-20. And as we take a look at the forecast the next 6 hours, plan on the highs in the 70s this afternoon, staying breezy out there as we go through the early evening hours. We are tracking another storm system for next week. We'll have the timing of those showers and storms for you coming up in about 20 minutes. Megan?
All right, Jill, thank you. Well, Vice President Mike Pence is causing quite the stir. He once said that he will not go out to dinner with a woman if his wife is not present. Fox's Matt King caught up with people on the streets of New York City to find out what they think of the vice president's personal rule.
He's dating one of my girlfriends.